Hello and welcome. I am so excited that you're joining me this afternoon. I know this is not my normal live time, and so I hope that if you aren't catching us live, that you see us on the replay. I do not have my typical setup where I have the iPad where I can see comments. So if you're commenting or asking questions, I promise I will come back and rewatch this and answer your questions. But I really wanted to go live because I did something I have never done before, and I overnighted my order here. I wanted to be able to spend the rest of this week and next week putting out content that really focused on the brand new things. Now, we were able to do a pre-order at the beginning of May, and I've been sharing those things like the Tasteful Touches set and Forever Fern. Well, now we've been able to buy from the whole catalog, and so I really wanted to dive in and share those. A couple of housekeeping things real quick. Thomas, who's my husband, if you don't know that, but Thomas is working on our front porch. Our front porch is like right there. My light source is the front porch, so we may hear him sanding or planing or banging, and I do apologize, but y'all, that's life. He's got to do what he's got to do, and I need to do what I need to do, and so it's just going to be what it is. I do have a plan. My plan today is to be to hit these things quick and fast, and to be able to show you everything I got. And then what I want to do is, like I did with my unboxing videos from the pre-order, I will go back, I will create some projects. We'll talk about one group of things. We'll do some projects together. And that's really an unboxing my way. That's really the way that I like to do it. But I was so excited since the catalog went live yesterday. And today my things got here I wanted to show you. So, a couple of housekeeping things to keep going over. So there are two catalogs. This is the full main catalog, and I can finally flip through it. It's gorgeous. And then this is our, what we call the beginner brochure. And this is fabulous. Now, this page, and you've probably seen this image, this is going to be my to-go class in June. I had a whole plan. It was going live yesterday, and then something in my head said, stop, take a minute, and wait till the product got here. Well, the product got here today, and I am so glad that I stopped, because I have a totally different way that I want to go. This is still going to be our stamp set. This is still going to be our class, but I'm going a little bit of a different direction, and I'm really kind of excited. And I've got to get all that worked up, and I will get that out to you on Monday. My plan is to do ordering. So everything will go live Monday. Plan to do ordering for 2 weeks. So close everything down on June 19th. And then have the actual class day be either sometime between the 26th and the 30th of June. So it would be at the very end of June. But I just got really excited, and so I really want to change the direction, and I hope that you will forgive me. All right, something else to talk about. If you love Stampin' Up! Product, and you have been waiting for the time to sign up, this is it. This is so exciting. So what they're doing is they're adding to the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. Okay, so Starter Kit sounds a little bit scary to me, to be real honest, but really what it is it's a collection of products that you pick. Nobody picks it for you, you pick it. And right now, till June 30th, you also get to pick an additional bundle. So let's talk about what the normal starter kit is. Normally, here in the United States, the starter kit is $99, and you choose $125 worth of product out of our catalog. There is no shipping on that. We do have to pay taxes. So it's $99 plus your local tax rate. And you choose $125 in product out of the catalog. And it can be anything. Now, here's what's really exciting. The add the bundle things. These are some of the die bundles. So the sunflower set that we've talked about before is one. The adorable birds is one. There are also some bundles. Here's some more. They keep going. there are also some bundles. See, still more. These are all die-based bundles, so you would need a die cutting machine to be able to use them. Our die cutting machine is not out yet. There are also some bundles that are punch driven. All right, here they are. These are the punch bundles. So the Jar of Flowers stamp set that I've been using, the punch and the stamps, that's a bundle. That's something you could pick up for free. There's the Heartfelt set. There's the Field of Flowers set. This is an absolutely adorable stamp set. Lovely U bundle. And it makes labels. So on the end of a strip of cardstock, you have all these different ends. So there's that one. And then we have, well, and there's some more die bundles. But we have all of these great bundles. And you can pick one to add to your starter kit for free. So some of the ones that are my very favorites, yeah, that's the last page. I loved the So Sentimental bundle. This was part of the Occasions catalog. It has carried over as a bundle. These dies are some of my very favorite, and the sentiments that go with it are fabulous. So here it is. These are the So Sentimental. I Can't Thank You Enough, For You, there's a To From. So these would make adorable tags to go on packages, but they also make great cards. Alright, let me slide that back in its spot. Oops. It's not wanting to slide today. Alright, another one that I think would be worth looking at is this one. This is the Tasteful Touches bundle. These are those dies that I keep showing you, the tasteful labels that are fantastic. So, stamp set. Great stamp set. Lots of really great greetings. And then we have some amazing dies that go with them. There are quite a few of these in the new catalog that I don't have yet. This one we're going to take a look at in just a minute. And I absolutely love it. And if you've ever been in the Stampin' Corner, or if you've been with me before, you know the Stampin' Corner is literally the corner of my bedroom. So across my bed behind me is everything that I've ordered. But we're going to take a look at this playful pattern play suite. And there is a bundle in it, which is an alphabet and a stamp set. So if you're looking for an alphabet, this one could be added to your starter kit for absolutely free. Here is Painted Poppies, which is fabulous. This one I'm also going to show you today, the Nothing's Better Than bundle that has, it's a great stamp set. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. Wow, the words aren't coming today. Love Sunflowers. That could be the one that you add to your starter kit for free. Here's Birds and More. Now, that starter kit, great deal. Doesn't mean you have to sell anything. Nope. No, ma'am. Nada. Nope. You don't have to do it. I started as a happy shopper. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a discount on my things that I wanted to buy. And I have found that because of my teaching background, I want to be able to teach. I want to be able to inspire people. I want to be able to teach them how to use these products. So there goes the noise that we'll hear. And I do apologize for that, but if we want our porch done, we've got to put up with a little bit of noise. So the starter kit is really just a product-based kit. There are some things in it, like you do get some catalogs, some order forms. You get some hostess information in case you wanted to make it a business. My choice to go ahead and step out of the shadows and into the light and turn this into something bigger and start talking to you guys about purchasing product from me is because of my love of teaching and being able to share things with you. So there you have it. That's our housekeeping stuff. Are you guys ready to see the new? Oh my goodness, I hope you're ready. So one thing that I did, and this is probably the least exciting thing, but one thing that I decided to do with this order was to make sure I had the Reinkers. So why? Why the Reinkers? Well, there are lots of fun techniques that we'll be exploring in Makers Mondays this summer that have to do with Reinkers. There's a watercolor technique. There's a technique where you mix it with the all-purpose ink. We did our last Makers Monday did a card where we mixed that all-purpose ink or the shimmer paint, depending on what you want to call it, in with the Seaside Spray as a stamp pad. Well, you can do that same technique with the Reinker, and then you don't risk cross-contaminating your stamp pad, even though the way we did it you wouldn't have. So there are some great techniques. There's a baby wipe technique that we'll be doing this summer that uses Reinkers, but this was kind of my boring purchase, but I'm so excited to have them. You'll notice there are only 4 in this box. This is last year's in color. So these are terracotta tile, what were those? Rococo Rose, terracotta tile. I'm looking down my inks because I don't keep them together. Purple Posy. I managed to snag a Purple Posy stamp pad before they discontinued the ink. I don't know if you remember, but there was some struggle there with color consistency, and that is one of the tenets of Stampin' Up! Is that color consistency. So I managed to get a stamp pad, but I didn't get a Reinker in time, so I don't have that Reinker. That's why there's only 4. Seaside Spray, oh my goodness, I'm already grieving the loss of Seaside Spray. It and Misty Moonlight together, which is the brand new one, oh my goodness, they are besties. All right, let's move on. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started, and let's take a look at this. This is one of the stamp sets that I got. This one is called Comfort and Hope, and there were just some greetings in here and some things that I really thought that were different and unique but would work well with other stamp sets. So I love this. Sometimes there are no words, and I feel that way a lot right now. So being able to drop a card in the mail that just says sometimes there's no words, know that I love and care about you, is just, it's just needed. I love this set paired with Tasteful Touches. I think they go well together. The imagery works well together. But it also works well with something like the sunflowers. So thinking about the sunflower as your main image, using something like this, or this pattern, I guess that's a chevron, maybe herringbone, but using those together to create a background and then this be your focal image. I really feel like that this set is going to cross lots of areas and be used a lot. I also love this. One of my favorite little embellishments was the silver and the rose metallic thread, and those have both retired, but this would give the look of that stamped. Alrighty, now let's move on to this one. I'm so excited. Alright, so when I first saw the catalog, this stamp set jumped out at me. This stamp set for me was like all of this amazing throwback, just yumminess. And there's some adorable cards in the catalog that I want to show you. They are on page 91 in the catalog. Alright, so here it is. Now you probably notice in the picture there's this pin, and then there's this label down in the corner. Do you see that label right there? That's really kind of cool. It means that this stamp set, the idea behind it was designed by someone who reached the milestone of $1 million in sales. And it talks a little bit about that right up here. One of the rewards for doing that is you get to create your own stamp set. And this one was created by Connie Stewart. And I love the retro feel of it. I love the fonts. I'm going to be honest, I love the cocktail glass. One of the sets that retired a couple of years ago that was one of my favorites had a beer mug and a cocktail glass, and I love that. Just something about the set was amazing. So this one I'm super excited about. And then here it is in real life. Da, 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 da. Super, super cute. It is a photopolymer set. And so that is because you're going to be lining things up. So for example, here's the black line of the chocolate, and then here's the inside of the chocolate. Here's the glass, and then here could be the inside of the glass. Isn't that awesome? Oh, this is just a great set. And it comes with a die set, which is really, really great. So some of these larger words are going to be these words here. So you have chocolate and cocktails and cookies and coffee, and then the phrase that says love you more than, which I think is just going to be absolutely fabulous. So this is going to be a great set to play with, and one that I'm really excited about having. Alrighty, moving on. The new adhesive is here. I've been talking about that a lot, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it, and now that I have it in my hand, the verdict is still out. Not really sure I love it. It's going to take some getting used to for me. I'm trying to find my plus. I really wish that I could like pull this off and show you without making you seasick the mess that is my bed. I mean, I guess that it's a good thing that it's not bedtime, because we wouldn't be going to bed anytime soon. Alright, well, that is so very interesting. It was here like 45 seconds ago, and then I go live and it's gone missing. Alright, so this is Stampin' Seal. Plus is the same, except that it has a dark blue insert. Did I throw it down here? Oh, here it is. Alright, so here is Stampin' Seal Plus, and here's Stampin' Seal. Now, the directions that come with it talk about, they're on the back of the packaging. English is at the top. You take the cap off, you hold it, so there's a grippy spot for your thumb, there's a grippy spot for your fingers, and you're going to press it down, which I can't do very well on the camera and show you what I'm doing. And it says that you press lightly and you pull, and then you release pressure and pull back. Okay, so those directions didn't really help me. I will tell you, I was surprised at how aggressive it is. Now, aggressive in my book means that it's a very strong adhesive and it holds quickly. The seal to me reminded me a lot of Fast Fuse. I'm not gonna lie. It to me is more aggressive than Snail. Snail to me, if you laid down a card front, you could peel it up gently if you hadn't stuck it down very hard. This, when I was playing with it, I couldn't do it. So I'm excited because this container has more adhesive in it than Snail does. You know, that's the old Snail. Here's the new one. This one has, I want to say, I don't know. I'm going to get it wrong if I try to say it. Over on my blog, I have a post that will tell you exactly how much is in here and tell you how much more is in Stampin' Seal than was in Snail. Alright, and then this is what Plus looks like. Now here is something that was really kind of cool in my mind. The container is not labeled. So where you're seeing Stampin' Seal is on the refill. So when you go to refill this, you're just going to pop this apart. So there's another place to push up here. Okay, so you're going to pop this apart, and this is what comes out and goes away. You're not getting rid of half of the container. That was a concern of mine with Snail. You know, Snail, when you went to refill it, you popped it apart and you hung on to this part, but you were throwing away equally as much, and I just didn't love that as a person who likes to recycle. So this waste is much less. It also made me think that depending on the time of year, if I'm doing more 3D projects towards a Christmas or a holiday, I might have a need for more of the Seal Plus. And so because the cases aren't labeled, if this one ran out of Seal and I knew I needed more Seal Plus, I could put a Seal Plus refill in here. Also makes me wonder about being able to change them out, since the refills are labeled, could I buy seal and then buy a Stampin' Seal refill and flip the two in and out so I only have to have one container? So there are a lot of things that I'm working through and thinking about. And again, these showed up. It's about 1:30 now. We're getting close to 1:30. These showed up at 9:30 this morning at my house. So I've really not had a chance to really dig in and play, but just a little bit. But I will be working on that. And, you know, I always give you my honest opinion. I think the seal is going to be something I can grow to love. I think right now I was surprised at how aggressive that adhesive was when I went to put my paper down, and how hard it stuck with my normal routine of how I lay things down. All right, moving on. All right, I'm going to bring a couple of things over so that I don't have to keep going back and forth, because I know you're not loving dead space. All right, this kit. Oh my goodness, I'm so in love with this kit. This is the Simply Citrus card kit, and this is, you know, one of those all included card kits. But here are the stamps. They're fruit, so stinking cute. So I've got that. I've already taped a video on this, so that'll be going up next week. I'm super excited. We got some new blends. Now, Karen, I don't know how I managed to do this. We have a brand new Melon Mambo blend set, and I didn't order it. I don't know. I don't know. I got the 4 new in color ones, and I didn't end up with Melon Mambo. And so today I was going to do a blends comparison. You can see I was all set up and ready to go. One thing that surprised me was when I pulled out the package of magenta is how close it looks to the old Lovely lipstick packaging. So I was like, I wonder. So I colored with them, and you can tell they very much are blend-wise 2 different colors. Now I've got to figure out how to get Melon Mambo here. So that blend comparison will happen later. So I know that the blends were on the discontinued list, and that freaked a lot of people out. They're like, oh, the blends are going away. Nope, they're not going away. They've been repackaged. So used to, when we would get a blend, you could buy a light and a dark. Let's see if I can pull out 2 of the same color. All right, so used to, when you ordered blends, you could buy the light by itself and the dark by itself. And then when you bought the combo, you still got 2 individually wrapped markers. What they did was they decided that that was a little bit of a shipping nightmare because they were separated. And so they have put them together in a single package, repackaged them, still here, still can order all the colors. And they added the 4 of the blends. We have lots of yellows, so I'm guessing that's why they didn't do Bumblebee. But let me show you in the catalog where these are, because I almost missed them. And I knew that they were going to be there. So, okay, we are going to page 142. And these are all the colors. And down here at the very bottom, there is a Stampin' Blends combo pack. So no longer does it have its own page in the catalog. It's now underneath. And you can see by doing that what ones we don't have blends for. So we don't have a Coastal Cabana blend. We don't have a Pacific Point. We don't have a Gorgeous Grape. Although that would be fantastic. Then when you get into here, we don't have Mary Merlot or Early Espresso. I do wish we had an Early Espresso because of that's a gorgeous brown. We don't have Crushed Curry. We don't have Garden Green. I'm not sure why. The Karenism would be that the reason that we don't have those is because they are similar enough that when blended, they would look like a different color. So for example, with Coastal Cabana, my assumption is that the dark Coastal Cabana and the light Bermuda Bay would almost be so much alike that you couldn't tell the 2 apart. Excuse me, I had to take a drink. My throat was getting dry. So I think that that's probably why we are missing some colors. Now, the really great thing is if you have the Reinker, you can create an alcohol marker. What? I know, sounds crazy. But I have done some painting with hand purifier, which is basically an alcohol-based product where you drop some Reinker in it, and it in essence creates an alcohol watercolor paint. And so you could do that if you really had to have a blushing bride color, or you really had to have the bumblebee color. So there is a way to make that happen. All right, now I brought these over as well. These are the Stampin' Right markers. So here are the blends. So those are alcohol based. These are water based. These are dye based. And so they're the same beautiful colors, but they're in a marker. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, I love them. So coloring ink wise, you have the stamp pad, you have the marker, and 4 of the 5 colors come in blends. All right, brand new water painters. So our old water painters looked like this. Now I will tell you, you will probably see these in videos because I will not be throwing them out. I mean, what's the purpose? Why throw out something absolutely fabulous that works? This one, the one with the white lid, is my alcohol. The one with the blue lid is my water. I also put washi tape on the bottom. So that's this. Okay, so obviously the water one is a larger brush. But here's what's really super exciting. These are the brand new ones. And first thing you notice is there are 3 of them. So here we go. We have a skinny tip. We have a large tip. So there are those together. And then we have, oh my goodness, this is the one that excites me. What? I know, isn't that cool? So what would you do with this? I know that's, if you're not necessarily somebody who watercolors, it's like, why would you have this? Well, first of all, you can draw wide stripes. So that's one thing you can do with it. You also can make and watercolor large backgrounds and just cover a greater distance with a thick, flat brush tip like that. All right, let's put these back on. I have not noticed that the lids of these are different. If there is some difference there, it's a teeny tiny difference that I have not yet seen. All right, slide these back into their package. All right, let me get rid of all of the marker stuff and get the next thing. All right, let's look at some things out of the beginner set. So I did some taping this morning with this, and I'll have some things, but I wanted to show you in the beginner brochure, they put groups of products together so that if you're beginning, there's one item number and you don't miss something. So you don't get home after you get your order and be like, oh man, I don't have a blocker. Oh man, I don't have, I mean, it puts it together. So that's why I have this in this way. This is the 4-Season Floral. This works with the Jar of Flowers suite, which I don't think that's what the whole suite's called. But this is what you get. There are some Stampin' Spot sets, so you can't just order these individually, and you can't order a whole color family. They just have a few things put together to go with these beginner pieces, and this is one of them. This is Magenta Madness and Just Jade, and in that kit they have these note cards that are pre-printed. So they're 2 different sides. There's a white card base and then a printed envelope. And these are called Flowers for Every Season's Cards and More. So this is the stamp set, which I think is really going to be a great addition to the Jars of Love. And then another package of Stampin' Seal. All right, throw this one back on the bed. All right, this is going to be my class. This is June class set. But when I got it, I was like, oh, I am going in a totally different direction than what I originally thought. So that's why I don't have the information. So in the catalog, it comes with a pack of, if you order it as the put together piece, you get a package of Whisper White 8.5 by 11 paper. You get the set, you get the block, and then you get the Stampin' spots. So they put that together. I think I'm going to go a different direction with this than the way that they were looking in the catalog, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait to play with this to show you. All right, so there's that. So up next, we're going to take a look at, I think this is probably my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And then I think we may look at the embellishments. I think we may be drawing to the end. Ooh, I need that. All right. So this was what I couldn't wait to get a hold of. This is called Pattern Play. This is the suite. It comes with an alphabet die, this adorable Pattern Play stamp set. It has a 6x6 paper, and we'll look at all those in just a second. And again, this is the suite. It has these resin dots, and then we have a new box. So we have our square box that you can still use. This one opens and closes like the paper pumpkin box does. So they're actually calling this one a mini paper pumpkin box. So I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to get these open and get to playing with them. Let's take a quick walk through the paper. So this is side A, and that's side B. Side A, side B, side A. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here real quick. Do you see this wash of paint, how they did this? That really thick, chunky aqua painter is what you would use to do that. That's going to be the effect you're going to get. So, all right, so side A, and this is side B. This is side A, and this is side B. This is side A, and this is side B. This is side A, and this is side B. This is side A, and this is side B. Side A, side B, side A, side B, A, B, and then this, nope, there's one more. This is side A, this would be side B, this is side A, and that's side B. And this one is a 6x6 paper stack instead of a 12x12. And so the colors that are used in this suite are Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, Purple Posy, and Whisper White. And there are 48 sheets in this paperback. So I had to throw something together, and then I wanted to share with you something that I think is going to make these dies amazing. So this is the quick card that I put together, and it uses the ribbon. Oh yeah, there's ribbon. And I even picked it up to make sure that I had it over here. So Stampin' Up! Is doing more of these ribbon packs, and I really like that. So this is a Night of Navy. This one is going to be a Purple Posy and White. And then this one is Coastal Cabana. And so they're doing more of these ribbon packs, this catalog, which is kind of fun. Because you know that the ribbons would all work together. All right, so here's my card. And I thought it was super cute. I used a technique on the background called Rip and Flip. And I'll do a video on that later. Or it may be a Maker Monday video. We'll see. But I just used the Misty Moonlight to stamp the words. And then I used this little stamp and Calypso Coral to do these little half circles underneath. And I'm currently trying to decide if this needs some Purple Posy resin dots. I just don't know, so I haven't put it on there. All right, so let's talk about these dies and the greatness that these are. So let me throw this out of the way. Boom, out of my way. All righty. So there are two ways that you could do this. And I'm just going to leave those sitting right there. So first of all, you could punch them out and glue them on. So on here, this is a black circle with white letters glued on, right? This is a white circle that the letters have been cut out of, and there's a black full circle on the back. So I thought this was going to be a really great stamp set for doing this cutout technique with, where you remove part of either what you've stamped or a pattern paper, and then you have a solid showing through to show your message or your greeting. So I wanted to share that real quick. I'm really excited. I really like the size of these too. They're not huge, but they're not so small that they're too small. The other thing that I wanted to point out is there are duplicates of some letters. So there are 2 A's, there are 2 E's, there are 2 N's, there are 2 I's, there are 2 O's. So you can see they're duplicates of letters that would repeat, like T and S. So those letters that you see often doubled will be here. There's also a hashtag and an asterisk and an and symbol, plus a question mark, and I believe somewhere in here is an exclamation mark. Yes. So there are some symbols in there as well. So this is going to be a great little alphabet. It's not very expensive. Price-wise, I think the whole suite was only around $50. And that was the stamp set, the paper pumpkin boxes, and the ribbon. So it's a really good suite and was not horribly expensive. All right, the last thing I got were some of the new embellishments. So I am somebody who loves embellishments. I love sequins. I love rhinestones. And so these were just a few. I did not get the suites that went along with each of these, but I wanted to have the embellishments for them. So these are the Whale of a Tale set. Let me pull that one out, but well, you're just gonna have to see it to the back. What I really liked about this set, let's see if that'll zoom in on that, if I get still. Come on. There it is. One of the sequins in this is kind of this shell or flower look. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So there are those. And the colors in here are really gorgeous. Y'all know that if I open this and they go everywhere, I will be very, very sad. But there are lots of beautiful colors in here. Coastal Cabana is in there. I believe that's Night of Navy. So these are gorgeous sequins. I was really sad when the iridescent sequins retired, but I think these made my heart very happy. All right, so there are the sequins. These are the Whale of a Time sequins. All right, these are the Elegant Faceted Gems. These are clear. These are petal pink, and these are an iridescent white. I wanted to point that out because in the catalog, when you look at it, the clear ones almost look like they might be a mint macaron color because of the fact that they're clear and the background is mint macaron. Alrighty. And these are the Artistry in Blooms adhesive back sequins. And so these are not going to open easy. There we go. This is not my favorite packaging that they do. And it's not pulling off easily either. Alrighty. So, here these are. They're really gorgeous. The colors are stunning. Look at that. Oh look, there's a bonus one. These are really going to be pretty, and I can't wait to work with them. So, that is my unboxing. That is what I got. There will be lots of videos coming on the YouTube channel, so if you are not following me on YouTube, it's just under my name, Karen Day. You'll see my beautiful face over there, if I do say so myself, as the picture. And the blog is alittlekinder.blogspot.com, so you can find it there. I'm going to also try to make sure to get the links in the description now that I'm finished. So those are the new things. Like I said, I'm a lot. But those are the new things. I'm really excited to share them with you. I can't wait for you guys to see the videos that I've been working on this morning, and the cards that I've been making, so that we have fabulous, fabulous, fabulous things to look at next week. So thank you for joining me. If you're catching me on the replay, make sure that you give me hearts and you share this out to your friends so that they can see it as well. If you're seeing this on YouTube, make sure that you go down below and press that thumbs up button to give us a thumbs up. And you can subscribe there as well. See you guys next time.